got to talk about the team up north.
Yeah.
These guys, man, and the allegations. I think what's the term that they officially received the notice of notice of allegations against their program.
Notice of allegation. Yeah.
Yeah, and then the head coach Ron Moore, obviously he's been in the mix. Him and I guess they said 7 other coaches. They went into the details of him. They got deleted. He tried to delete some messages between him and Connor Stallion. That's like some old school stuff. It hit the news. He tried to hit the delete on his. Yeah, but yeah, man. So it looks like some penalty is it's officially will be coming the way of the team up north in that program. I mean, what's your thoughts on that? I mean, obviously we've been a figure is coming, but now we know something is coming their way.
Yeah, the more time passes, the more I kind of feel like the actual punishment won't be that severe. Like it's gonna be something. It's gonna be some impact. It's gonna hurt them a little bit, but they're not gonna. I feel like they won't take away their national championship, and I just feel like the college football is a little bit different today in that they hand out the punishments because they have to, but the NCAA is really incentivized by the money. I think they had all the power. They could just make a rule and they can, whatever they wanted, they could do whatever they wanted to do and maintain that power. I don't think they have the same level of power. I think they're more incentivized by the financials and the money being driven. And I thought Michigan winning the national championship was good for the money side. And I think Michigan had a lot of influence when it comes to decision making up top with the AD and other things. So I really don't feel like. I mean, we're going to make a lot of noise about this. I'm going to consistently talk about Michigan cheating all the way up until the supposedly hammer drops. But I don't expect the hammer to actually be that significant. And I don't think it hurts them in the grand scheme of things because I feel like the return on investment of doing the cheating and getting the little boost, however much it boosted, they end up winning the national championship. Everybody saw the national championship. There's going to be maybe some years of impact. But it's going to be recent enough to me that they'll be able to potentially bounce back from it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what's your thoughts on
man. There should be an asterisk on that national championship, man.
It should be.
It should be an asterisk on it. Like you stated, I don't think the NCAA will do much, but they should. To me, they should go out and they should vacate wins, man. I mean, you're talking about, once again, we already know the allegations, but essentially they're not really allegations. We know that essentially that they came up with a plan. They sat down. They came up with a plan on how they was going to steal team signals and then go out into the game and use them. What? It's the integrity of the game here is like, I feel like, we haven't seen the NCAA, obviously that, we talk about the power and we all know what type of power they actually had to kind of put punishments in place, but we don't see some pretty harsh penalties for like recruitment stuff, right? We think this team is getting an advantage in recruiting. Right, and so they kind of come down and slam, guys again incentivized to make money, make a couple dollars doing these things. None of this stuff affects what actually happens in the game, right? I mean, all the stuff you say, and we have seen some pretty harsh things come down. They cheated in the games, to me, if it's one thing you should hold true that we could penalize you for doing something, is something that's actually affecting the games, what is happening between the lines for those 60 minutes. So, I mean, obviously, I agree. I don't think much is going to come from it, but I just feel like this would be a great opportunity, NCAA, to kind of let people know that you still, that you're still playing under our rule and kind of come down with something here pretty harsh. Because essentially, it's obviously Harbaugh ran, right? He got his title. He ran off. A lot of other coaches ran off, but that's still his program there, right? Sharon is one of his guys. We know assistant head coach, coached a couple games last season while Harbaugh was suspended. Drop the hammer, man. Drop the hammer.
In the 24-hour news cycle in the social media era, nobody cares about the integrity of the game anymore. I feel like nobody cares. They care about it for the day when it's hot. And then after that, nobody cares. And it's just taking so long to make a decision and to go through the process. Everybody's going to forget about it. The only people that really care about the integrity of the game are It's going to be Michigan State and Ohio State because they're the fans that feel like they've been wrong the most. Mm-hmm. The other teams in the Big Ten are going to just try to continue to improve themselves. And the Michigan fans are going to be homers and just, they don't care about the integrity of the game. They don't care if they cheated.
They clearly don't care about the integrity.
And then everybody else is just going to be focused on can we win or can we not win? And if it doesn't affect me, then it doesn't matter. So, but it doesn't excuse the fact that what happened. Mm-hmm. It definitely is worse than some of these recruiting violations that have big punishments. Mm-hmm. But I just don't see the actual punishment really amounting to much. But it doesn't change the fact that their rise in those few years really started with a cheating scandal.
A cheating scandal. That's for sure. NCAA, make us proud, man. Don't end up being a social media joke, man. Yeah, like do something. Like so yeah.